Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe.
First verse of Vilapa Kusumanjali. My dear friend, Rupa Manjari, in the township of Vraja, you are well known for your chastity. You don't even look at the faces of other men. It is therefore surprising that your lips, that are as beautiful as red bimba fruits, have been bitten, although your husband is not at home. Has this maybe done by the best of parrots? My dear friend Rupa Manjari,
Guru Bandhana. They say this is a Guru Bandhana. When we worship anything, we do the Guru Bandhana, and Rati Manjari is praying to the Gurudev, to Rupa Manjari, like this. Surprising.
my dear friend Rupa Manjari,
Friend. In our Siddha Deha, we all are friends. No seniority, no juniority. Guru is also like a friend. My dear friend, what happened? You are very chaste woman in here, and how your lips is cut when your husband is not here.
Notes. According to Vaishnava researchers, this Vilapa Kusumanjali is the final writing of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. This beautiful prayer can give us some insight into his intense feelings of transcendental love and separation from his Swamini, mistress or queen, before he entered into Sri Sri Radha Krishna's eternal transcendental pastimes in his Svida Svarup or Manjari Svarup. Living on the bank of Sri Radha Kund, he was totally immersed in the ocean of Leela Ras, and he had forgotten all about his body and everything connected with it, being deeply absorbed in his Svarupa Vesh, his awareness of his transcendental identity. Vilapa Kusumanjali enables us to hear him painfully weeping as a realized maidservant of Srimati Radharani, who is suffering separation from her Swamini or mistress day and night. Each verse of this unique book is drenched by the tears coming out of the heart of Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, that is afflicted by feelings of separation. Each flower-like lamentation is filled with the honey of transcendental anguish. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami personally revealed his mental condition in the opening verses of his Sri Radha Ashtotara Shatanama Stotram. Not seeing her goddess, the queen of Vrindavan, a certain maidservant who considers her lotus feet the only goal of her life, became very anxious and fell down at the shore of her lake, cried loudly out of pain, and just to see her beautiful face, sang these names. A person who is not doing bhajan cannot even imagine how these severe feelings of separation are. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was suffering because he felt deprived of the devotional service of his beloved deity, Srimati Radharani. And on top of that, his heart was wounded by the fire of separation from Srila Rupa and Sanatana Goswami. Krishna Bhakta Viraha Vina Dukkha Nahi Ar. There is no other misery in the world than separation from the devotees of Krishna. In the 8th verse of this Svaniyam Dashakam, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami gives some indication. Abandoned by my beloveds, Srila Rupa Goswami and Sri Swarup Damodar, I have become completely blind and bereft of intelligence. Even though they have disappeared, I am still alive, and I am immersed in an ocean of great misery. Holding a blade of grass between my teeth, I am humbly and anxiously praying that Sri Gandharva, Sri Radha herself may now take me to her lotus feet. There is no other place where the severe heartache of separation can be cured than these lotus feet. Sri Radha Vallabha Das, one Bengali Mahatma, has described Srila Das Goswami's condition like this. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami had given up all sense enjoyment out of separation from Radha and Krishna and ate only dry, tasteless food. Then, out of separation from Lord Gauranga, he gave up eating and solid food and ate only fruits and milk. Then, when Sanatana Goswami left this world, he gave up also and that solid food and drank only water. When Rupa Goswami also left him, he even gave up drinking water and kept himself simply alive by saying the names of Radha and Krishna. When he could not see Sri Rupa Goswami and his devotees anymore, he began to cry, suffering from their separation. And when he could not hear them speaking about Krishna anymore, he loudly began to cry of grief. Oh, Radha Krishna, where are you? Where are you, Vishaka and Lalita? Please reveal yourself to me. Oh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, oh my Lord, Swarup Damodar, oh my Lords, Rupa and Sanatana. Day and night, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was crying like this, while his body and mind were burning, and his limbs were grayed by the dust as he rolled around on the ground. He had become blind from fasting, and he considered his old and worn-out body to be a great burden out of these feelings of separations. Falling on the bank of Radhakunda, he breathed out deeply, unable to say a word. His tongue moved slowly as tears of love fell from his eyes. In such an anxious, pitiful mood of separation, Sri Raghunath Das was crying his Vilapa Kusumanjali. Therefore, this book is the incomparably relishable treasure of the practicing Raganuga devotees who are themselves also suffering separation from Sri Radha's lotus feet. So the Rasika devotees, hence for the Rasika devotees, the practice of hearing and chanting these wonderful prayers is a beautiful means of Sadarani Karan, identifying oneself with a transcendental role model, and it will help them to attain an astonishing relish of Vipralamba Rasa, love and separation. But this practice should be done in full awareness of one's Siddha Swarup, spiritual body. A person who tries to relish these sweet mellows while feeling himself sitting in the prison house of the material body simply deceives himself. An aspirant should think himself to be amongst them, the other gopis, as one enchanting, beautiful young adolescent female. A female associate of Radha and Krishna's girlfriends. She is dedicated to the services that are ordered to her, and she is decorated with jewel ornaments that have been given to her by Sri Radha as remnants. In this verse, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami offers a sarasastava, a prayer to his own Guru, Sri Rupa Manjari, in his own Siddha Swarup. It is called sarasastava because here Shri Guru Devi is a Priya Sakhi. The first 3 verses take place within one Leela. When the Swarupa Vesh becomes very intense in the Sadhakadeya, the devotee cannot be happy and satisfied anymore with his experiencing during Smaran, dreams or vision, Spurana, as he was before. He is constantly burning in the fire of want for the direct attainment of his beloved deity. When, on top of that, these visions and other awarenesses also vanish, this fire assumes a terrible form, and he finds no way to keep himself alive. In this condition, his beloved deity personally comes to console him, or his associates come to console him. In this verse, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami is in his Swarupa Vesh, and he sees himself as Sri Radha's maidservant. But whenever he loses hold of his spiritual absorption, he suffers intolerable pain. Rolling on the bank of Radhakunda, he then cries out loudly for his Swamini. Now what was the Leela? Srimati Rupa Manjari has accomplished the meeting of Radhika and Shyama Sundara in a solitary cave of Govardhan Hill, and she secretly looks through a hole in the cave to see their sweet pastimes. Radha and Shyam are both intoxicated by each other's presence. How expertly they are playing their pastimes. At the end of these pastimes, Shyamasundara bites Srimati's lips, leaving a mark. The relationship between Radhika and Rupa Manjari is so pure that all the signs on Sri Radhika's body, such as bite marks on her lips, become manifest on Sri Rupa Manjari's body also. Sri Rupa Manjari is beside herself out of ecstasy, so she's not aware of this reflection. Then she thinks to herself, alas, my Sakhi, Tulasi Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami, has not seen these sweet pastimes. Where is she? Oh, I should bring her here and show this to her. So she leaves and starts searching for Tulasi. When Tulsi meets Rupa Manjari, she noticed the bite mark on her lip and jokingly asked her, my dear friend, Rupa Manjari, you never look at the faces of other men. You are famous in Vraja for your chastity. But despite the fact that your husband is not at home, I see that your lips have been bitten. Has some great parrot maybe done this? The maidservants that are exclusively devoted to the service of Sri Radha's lotus feet are like an ocean of nectar. They do not enjoy with Sri Hari even in their dreams. When Krishna forcibly pulls at their bodies, they cry out, no, no, while Radhika watches and laughs. Srimati laughs here because of the Kinkari's loyalty to her service. The bee enjoys the flowers, not the buds, the manjaris. The manjaris enhance the bee's thirst for the flowers. They are manjaris in name, manjaris in form, and manjaris in nature. Shri Rupa Manjari is the bud of Shri Radha's form, Rupa. Shri Rati Manjari is the bud of Shrimati's Rati. Shri Vilasa Manjari is the bud of Shri Radha's love play, Vilas. Shri Krishna accepts defeat at their Bhava Nishta. One Saki was picking flowers for making a Vanamala, a garland, from the forest for Krishna, and seeing her told her, "Oh, beautiful girl, make your birth a success by joining me for a while in this kunj." Hearing this, the Saki Manjari said, "Oh, Govinda, I only want to serve you while you are with my Shri Radha, showing your dancing arts on the stage of erotic dancing named Shri Radha. All the girls of Vraja find the limit of perfection on the strength of this service. Therefore, O Gokula Chandra, my mind is never eager to relish the rasa of your Ananga Sangha. Please just engage me in this long-desired service of Swamini." Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti writes in his Ananda Chandrika commentary on this verse, "I relish more pleasure in witnessing your sports with Sri Radha in the kunja, looking through the holes in the vines, than in personally enjoying with you. People don't endeavor for smaller happiness when they can attain greater happiness. Even Sri Radha herself fails in having them meet with Sri Krishna. Sri Radhika engaged one Saki to make Mani Manjari meet with Krishna, but that Saki returned to Radha unsuccessfully and said, 'O Radhe, Mani Manjari finds more happiness in your serving with Krishna than in her own. Just see how pure her consciousness is. Although I expertly try to tempt her to go out and meet Krishna, she never desires this.' The special rewards the Manjaris get from their Abhinava Bhava Suddhi is unattainable even for the Prashta Sakis like Sri Lalita. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami has written in his Braja Vilasa Stava, "I take shelter of Sri Radhika's maidservants, headed by Rupa Manjari, that always engage in serving betel leaves, massaging the feet, serving water, and arranging for the divine couple's secret meetings. These maidservants are even more dear to the great queen of Vrindavan, Sri Radhika, than the Prana Prashta Sakis, the girlfriends, that are more dear to her than her life, and she is therefore not at all shy before them. How wonderful is the love of the Priya Sakis! They serve Radhika and Krishna with millions of lives when they are tired of love-making, by filling their mouths with betel leaves and by anointing their bodies with sandalwood paste, vermilion, musk and camphor. Their love is so pure that it cannot be compared to molten gold 100,000 times. They offer enchanting garlands to their necks, give them a cool breeze by fanning them, and relieve them from their heated affliction by offering them cool and fragrant water. These Sakis again softly massage their feet, and so they remove their fatigue. On their indication, they put the divine pair to rest. and fulfill any of all of their desires. These girls that are totally dedicated to their devotional service put the divine pair to sleep on a bed of flowers. The sweet relish of these confidential pastimes of Shri Shri Yugala Kishore is the long-desired treasures of all the manjaris. So the manjaris never desire personal meetings with Sri Krishna. But that does not mean that they are deprived of this rasa. Their oneness in feeling, bhava tadatmya, with Shri Radha is so remarkable and strong that they experience all of her bodily relish in a special way. How amazing! When Mukunda touches Radhika, her girlfriends cry out of ecstasy and their bodies tremble. And when Krishna blissfully drinks the honey of Radhika's lips, then they all become mad. O Sakhi Rupa Manjari, in this abode of Vraja, you are so well known for your chastity. You feel no happiness in seeing other men's faces. But why do I see your lips red right now? Your husband is not at home, but I still see cuts all over your bimba fruit-like lips. I understand that the king of parrots has done this, otherwise this is impossible. Sings Shri Rasika Chandra Das. My dear friend, Rupa Manjari, in the township of Vraja, you are well known for your chastity. You don't even look at the faces of other men. It is therefore surprising that your lips, that are as beautiful as red bimba fruits, have been bitten, although your husband is not at home. Has this maybe been done by the best of parrots? Verse 2. O Stala Kamalini, land lotus, it is fitting that you are laughing very proudly, since through all the flowers in the forest are anointed with fragrance, the black bee Krishna leaves them now only to search for you. Notes. Rupa Manjari and Tulsi were peeking inside a cave of Govardhan Hill to enjoy a glimpse of Radha's and Krishna's sweet love play. The transcendental, youthful Cupid of Vrindavan is beside himself of ecstasy because of the wonderful ingredients of Shri Radha Madana Mahabhav. Shri Radhika becomes very proud of her victory, except in the mood of Madhyata, Krishna is mine, in which the heroine controls the hero. In the other mood, Tadhyata, I am his, the hero controls the heroine. She proudly now goes out of the kunj into a neighboring kunj, where she makes her girlfriends relish the parihasa rasa, the transcendental flavor of laughter and humor, laughing her varahasya, exquisite laugh, and saying, the beautiful is mine. Meanwhile, Krishna awakens from his ecstatic faint and, not seeing his Priyaji anywhere, anxiously starts looking around. Through a window in the cave, Rupa Manjari and Tulsi relish the sweet sight of Sundara, beautiful Krishna's wonderful emotions, when he cannot see his Swamini. For the maidservants, Krishna is the most beautiful when he is anxious to meet Shri Radha. With the brushes of their love, they make a picture of this eagerness on the canvases of their hearts and carry it to Sri Radha to show it to her when she's separated from Shyama Sundara. In this way, they render wonderful prasanga services to Srimati. How blessed they are that they can say, "Oh, Radhe, out of separation from you, Shyam is also very upset now. For your sake, he has given up his beautiful home and lives in a forest abode. He rolls around on the bed of the earth and loudly laments, crying out your name. He looks down the road for you to come, saying, 'Rai, Rai,' with faltering voice and agitated heart, and he thinks one moment without you lasts 1,000,000 ages. Although Sundara has an agitated heart, he thinks one moment without you, Although Sundara looks in all 4 directions, he cannot find his Priyaji, so he gets up from the play bed and comes out of the cave to have a good search for her. Then the wind of Vrindavan carries the full weight of Sri Radhika's fragrance into his nose and tells him, "Oh, black bee, don't be upset. The land lotus is not far away anymore." The wind has made his name Gandhavaha, the carrier of fragrance, effective. Madhusudana's nose can specifically testify of that. When Nagara eagerly runs after that fragrance, eager to meet his Priyaji, he meets 2 gopis, Padma and Shaibya, the girlfriends of Radhika's arch-rival Chandravali, on the way. They try to catch him away, but he ignores them and continues his search for Sri Radhika, casting his glances in the direction where he smells her delectable scent. Rupa Manjari asks, and Tulsi secretly follow Nagara and become very proud of their Swamini's prestige when they see how eager he is to meet her. Suddenly, Nagara notices that Rupa and Tulsi are following him, and he comes to them and asks them with folded hands, "Oh Rupa, oh Tulasi, your mistress tricked me and is hiding out somewhere, leaving me behind. Although I can smell her fragrance, I cannot see her. You must certainly know where my beloved is. Quickly take me to her." That is the speciality of the maidservants of Sri Radhika. That supreme person who is sought out by the Vedas, is now folding his hands before Radhika's kinkaris and humbly prays to them, "Come, arrange for my meeting with your Swamini. I have no other shelter but you girls." Blessed is the position of Radha's kinkaris. Seeing the anxiety of our hero, Rupa and Tulsi leave him standing there and go to the Kunj, where Swamini is laughing and joking with her girlfriends about her victory in Krishna's defeat. In this way, Tulsi offers Sarasa Vandana, witty praises, to her Ishtadev, her favorite deity, standing before her Swamini. This is also called Mangala Charan, or an auspicious invocation. As it is customary in Vaishnava tradition, the opening verses of a devotional book is a prayer to the Guru, the spiritual master, and the second verse is a prayer to the Ishtadev, the favorite deity. In the beginning of this book, I make a Mangala Charan, in which I remember the spiritual master, the Vaishnavas, and the Lord. Remembrance of these 3 will destroy all obstacles to spiritual life and will easily fulfill all sacred desires. In the first verse, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, in his Svarupa Vesh, reveals the super excellence of his Guru through some rasika joking kind of praise. And in the second verse, he reveals the super excellence of his Ishtadevi, Shri Radhika, in the same way. Rupa and Tulsi enter into the Kunj, and seeing a land lotus before them, praise Swamini by saying this verse, "O land lotus, it is fitting that you laugh so proudly, for the Krishna bee leaves all the other fragrant flower-like gopis to search for you only. There, in the transcendental Sringara Rasa, the amorous kingdom of Radha and Krishna, everything is full of jokes and laughter. In the spiritual Goloka planet, every word is a song and every step is a dance," says Brahma Samhita. Can there be any doubt then that the words and activities of the Sakis and Manjaris, who are non-different from the Yugala Kishore, that always swim in the ocean of Shringara Ras, are also filled with the Shringara Parihasa Rasa, the flavors of erotic humor? The Raga Bhakti practitioner will also become qualified to make such transcendental romantic jokes if he engages in hearing and chanting of these sweet sentiments and gradually becomes completely absorbed in them. The fact that Swamini is here addressed as a land lotus indicates that she is not close to the Shyama ocean of rasa, but she is named Sthala Kamali, land lotus. When Tulsi uses this word to encourage Sri Radha, land lotus, to go into the ocean of Shyam, to go and meet him, and she herself also very much likes to witness that sweet meeting. The words Garbita Kananismin show that Sri Radha's pride of her fortune of being Shyama Sundar's most dearly beloved in Sri Vrindavan is justified, because she alone is endowed with the unique Madana Mahabhav. The words Apri
Jala Kamali. Jala, lotus. The lotus flower is coming in the water. But it is Sthal Kamali. Kamalini. Means this lotus flower is not in water. Is in the land. First you see the lotus flower. Lotus flower, nature living in the water, but the water is not touching to the lotus. Always dry. Now, Sthal Kamalini means this lotus flower is the ocean of love of Krishna. Ocean. Today she is in ocean of love because she is the Sthal Kamalini, means that she is the land flower. She is the born, she exists in the land.
She appeared
In the land. Land lotus. Full of love. Madanakka Mahabhav. And she wants to be with the ocean of love.
We Can you explain what is the speciality of this Madanatya Mahabhav? Why is it set so high and the others don't have this?
Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He attracts whole universe. Everybody is attracted to him. And everybody is in his control. But this Krishna, he forget that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he wants to be in control of Radhika because of Madanatya Mahabhav. The highest love, selfless love and unconditional love, no condition. His love is conditional, but is unconditional. No condition in it, her love. Only wants to give, one-pointed. Only to Krishna. That love, Krishna never find any other place, only in Radhika. So we want to take shelter of Radhika, that we will learn by her mercy how to seek, how she is doing for you. See how she cares to Krishna, how she loves to Krishna, how she wants to make happy to her. And surprising thing is this, that all the Sakhis are the expansion of Radhika. Even the Chandravali is also expansion of Radhika. Chandravali, opposite group, Radhika expansion is she. Why? To give the more interest to the Krishna, because if you eat only sweet, you cannot enjoy only eating sweet. So you need some sour and salty thing to eat. So she creates herself all the sour and salty things that Krishna can relish the highest. So all expansion, what you see, she expands this. From her they are there.
And the manjaris also?
Manjari is really, there is no way to come to Manjari. Her mercy is Manjari. Kripa. No sadhana. They do sadhana to do that. The effort they do. But the Manjari has no efforts. What we can do effort? We have a small time. Half of the time we waste in material enjoyment and few time we have in our life. And how we can, without mercy, we can change our life. What we do sadhana? Some round chanting is a sadhana. Or some Hari Katha I listen is a sadhana. We do not do sadhana like a 15 years yogis are doing. 20,000 years, 20 years, not 20,000 years, 15,000 years. The rishis and maharshis are doing sadhana to associate with Krishna. So they become gopis. Richa, Veda's words, they Richa become gopis. They have so long time I am serving you, Krishna. I want to associate you. So I do so much tapa, yoga for you, to meditate only in your service. So I want to become gopi. They become gopi. But a Manjari, what can do efforts? And in the Kali Yuga time, always mind is this body is catching to the mind, and mind is controlling, and so many problems. Only by the grace it can happen in our life. And this is by grace of Swamini, by grace of Rasika Vaishnavas, it happens in our life. To realize that they are very small baby and fully surrendered to Radhika. Only one point here. They are surrendered to Krishna. They want to associate to Krishna. But the Manjaris only want to keep the shelter of Radhika. This is the difference.
Each line of these Manjari's toes defeats the bright splendor of lightning. They are cleverness personified. And although they are qualified to be Yudheshwaris, the Gopi group leaders, they have no taste for this at all. They are... Okay. Each line of these Manjari's toes, their toes, defeats the bright splendor of lightning. They are so shining. They are cleverness personified. And although they are qualified to be group leaders as Yudheshwaris, they have no taste for this at all. They are always immersed in the nectar ocean of Sri Radhika's service. In other words, they are always so enthusiastic about their devotional service that they even consider friendship with Sri Radha to be insignificant. Although Sri Radha is her superior, her boss, Tulasi, or Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, makes light jokes with her in his Swarupa Vesh, as if she is equal to her, calling her Sakhi, and at the same time reveals her boundless glories. Ai, land lotus, jewel of all the flowers of Vrindavan, on the pretext of making your cluster of flowers blossom, you are laughing excessively. This is justly done, and therefore everyone calls you Garavani, proud girl. Because this Krishna bee leaves all the other wines company, although they are all very fragrant, and constantly searches down the road for you. And you have become very proud. So Shri Radhika Gurudev, she is running when Krishna faints and is making very much jokes with her girlfriends and tells that I have become victorious. Why is it that she leaves Krishna? Radhika, when he is fainting, why she's leaving him? It was before. Ai, land lotus, you jewel of all flowers of Vrindavan. On the pretext of making your cluster of flower blossom, you are laughing excessively. This is justly done, and therefore everyone calls you Garavani, proud girl. As I understood Gurudev, it is like they were in a cave, then Krishna faints, and Radhika becomes very... Yes, there it is. Rupa Manjari and Tulasi were peeking inside a cave of Govardhan Hill to enjoy a glimpse of Radha and Krishna's sweet play, at the climax of which Krishna fainted, of love excitement. The transcendental youthful Cupid of Vrindavan is beside himself of ecstasy because of the wonderful ingredients of Sri Radha Madan Mahabhav. Sri Radhika becomes very proud of her victory accepting the mood of Madhyata, Krishna is mine, in which the heroine controls the hero. She proudly goes out of the kunj into a neighboring kunj, where she makes her girlfriends relish the parihasa rasa, the transcendental flavor of laughing and humor, and saying, "The beautiful is mine." Meanwhile, Krishna awakens from his ecstatic faint, and not seeing his Priyaji anywhere, anxiously starts looking around for her. Through a window in the cave, Rupa Manjari and Tulsi Manjari relish the sweet sight of Sundara's wonderful emotions when he cannot see their Swamini. For the maidservants, Krishna is the most beautiful when he is anxious to meet Sri Radha.
When Krishna wants to see her Radhika, then the maidservant like this mood of Krishna. She's anxious to see. He is anxious to see. Krishna anxious to see Radhika, my Swamini. They are watching the Manjaris, what happened. Now to Krishna, there are others. No desire. Krishna is only anxious to watching where is Radhika, where is Radhika. No interest. Where is my Radhika? And that anxiousness in Krishna, the maidservant, they like to see that.
Now I finished 2 verses, Guru. Last one. This one here. Each line of these Manjari's toes defeats the bright splendor of the lightning. They are cleverness personified, and although they are qualified to be Yuteshwaris or Gopis group leaders, and they have no taste for this at all, they are always immersed in the nectar ocean of Sri Radhika's service. In other words, they are always so enthusiastic about their devotional service that they even consider friendship with Sri Radha to be insignificant. Friendship as a Saki, no? As an equal lover. Although Sri Radha is her superior, Tulasi, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, makes light jokes with her in his Svarupa Vesh, as if she is equal to her, calling her Saki, and at the same time reveals her boundless glories. Ai, land lotus, you are the jewel of all flowers of Vrindavan. On the pretext of making your cluster of flowers blossom, you are laughing excessively. This is justly done, and therefore everyone calls you Garavani, proud girl. Gurudev, I think this has a very hidden meaning here. On the pretext of making your cluster of flowers blossom, you're laughing excessively. So this is Radhika going to the Sakis, and they are also flowers, they are also Yuteshwaris, and she is making them excited by saying, I am victorious, he is mine. Is this true, Gurudev? And she's laughing excessively. She's the victor. She is the heroine. This is justly done, and therefore everyone calls you Garavani, proud girl. Because this Krishna believes all the other wines company, all of the other sakis, although they are all very fragrant, and constantly searches down the road for you, you have become very proud.
Yes. So all flower is like a Yutheswari and Sakhis in Vrindavan. But the bee is going to the Radhikana, so she feels proud of that the bee come to me, that Krishna come to me. So proud of that there are so many flowers, but this bee not go to the other flowers. There are many Sakhis there, many Yateswaris, but this bee come to the Sthal Kamali. So proudness of that Krishna is my Krishna, my Krishna. You are my Krishna. That is the proudness, that my Krishna. You are mine. I will take care of you. This is the proudness. And this is no bad proudness. When time will come that you say, my Krishna, you are mine, I will take care of you. My Swami. Huh? My Krishna Swami is telling.
Yes.
So she is proud of my Krishna. And we are proud of my Swami. That my Swami, so that she is so proud to say, Krishna, you are my Krishna, and we are so proud to assess you are my Swami. You teach me how you are proud to say this. You might be necessary, but you need support. You might be not like that.
Yes, if you are too much in absorption.
Then I can stop you. When you go further, then I cannot help you. No problem.
Jetzt nicht gerade, er sagt es. Any questions?
I have a question. Is it necessary that I learn long time that Krishna is the personality of Godhead before I learn to be a man in Manjariva? Is it necessary to learn this? That Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead?
This is necessary to know that this Krishna is Supreme Personality of God. To fix myself that Krishna is the Supreme. But this is the subject of research. Why he becomes Supreme? It's a research thing now. If you don't want to research, then no problem. Only fix this that Krishna is the Supreme. It will work. But if he is Supreme as a God, he is Supreme in all of the aspects. Supreme means as a God. In the God he is the Supreme. Right? He is the Almighty because he is the creator of whole universe. Only one thing he do, then he will become supreme or what? No. then Narayan is also supreme, because he maintained. He has a Lakshmi, he gives Lakshmi also. But Krishna is supreme because he also has a something. He also has a some desire. He has also, like we go to the Supreme, we go to with our desire to fulfill from him. But he also is looking that somebody is ready to fulfill my desire of what? Watching in that. Somebody,
For the selfless love.
Yeah. But somebody is really wants to feel my desire, my wish, or he wants to come to fulfill his wish to me only. No, I went to you to feel that what you want. He's supreme in all regard. Why? Why he create us? Because that I can also feel him. I also can be relate with him. Not to be impersonal. We want to be a personal with him. When I will be not personal, how I will know what is your desire? Impersonal cannot feel, but the personal can feel that what you want and how to care you. How I can do for you something. Like, with you there are two persons are living. One is Sukriti and one is Sudevi. You are the leader of that place. You are supreme there. But how you are supreme when you watch to them that what they have a desire to you. You are supreme of your place, but they also have some desire from you. And you fulfill all their desire, their comforts. But they also have to feel what is your desire. If they don't feel that, so there is no personal relation. Right or not?
This is very clear.
So if this is clear, if they fulfill your desire, then you fulfill their desire. But after that, without fulfilling your desire, you are ready to fulfill their desire. But hundreds, there will be one who will fulfill your desire. That is personal.
Yeah.
My relation is personal. Who can feel to me also. So Krishna also wants somebody can feel me. Not only come with his desire and I bless and go. Then no relationship is there. Right?
Even it is not a relationship with the child, because the child is also giving a lot to father, mother.
You see?
Yeah. Although child needs so much.
He has one desire, only that I need love. I need your feelings. And I don't have a feeling how I will get it. That I have to develop that feelings from the association. Which association? One, I want to give the motherly feeling, then I have to associate with the mother. I need the friendly feeling, I have to associate with the friends. And if I need loving feeling, conjugal love feeling, then I have to take shelter of Swamini, how she is doing with his lover. So that is when I become more personal devotion, that is say devotion in other words. When I become very personal with relation, then I feel that you have also some feeling and desire? Or you are zero with that? If you are zero with any desire, then you are how supreme? Supreme has no desire. So he becomes supreme or what? Supreme has different thing.
More desires to him.
More desire.
He has a higher taste.
Higher desire, higher taste, highest rasa.
Yes.
Ocean of rasa. Huh? How much you want to join with that rasa, then you see the different corner of Supreme. If not, then you see one corner of Vaikuntha. Only his opulence, not his sweetness. One person see you as the president of the ISKCON, and one come to stay with you in the home. There are different stages of your management. When you are as a president of the temple, your behavior is different. And when somebody is with you in the home, your behavior is different. So, to know you, who has a very close relation with you, they know you very well. And that is the relations. Understand? Through the home and through the office, both we have to know. We want to know the person only through the office, not through the home.
You know, I like so much to have a more exchange between the devotees, no? But it was not possible. Only Sukriti,
You see?
she never accept, my position. Never.
Then it became sweet, no?
Yeah, and therefore we were always gradually friendly, But she never accepted. I could say what I was.
You never accepted your supremacy.
So that is the friendship,
Yes.
where the things can be open more.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Understand?
Yeah.
That has to feel. The things has to be open. Then I need it, individual person.
Yeah.
What about the Supreme?
Yeah.
You see only in the Vaikuntha to him, opulence. But you never see that how he meet with his lover, with the queens, or with his beloved. Somebody wants to see in Dwarika, the queens of Dwarika, and somebody wants to see in Vrindavan more sweetness of Radhika. And more normal he becomes in Vrindavan when he has no opulence. Laukik sambandhavat means like a human behavior. Sometimes we will create doubt that this Supreme is become like a eating from the revenants of his friends in the same plate. How is it Supreme or what? Brahma doubt.
Yeah.
This is Laukik sambandhavat. Like a we do, he do that. So he becomes so normal with us. This is his greatness. So he is a Supreme. This nature of him is become Supreme. Is a speciality. He is the Vaikuntha opulence and he is the highest opulence. This is one point. It's okay. But how he also in search for someone in his love, that relishment is more higher taste will give. And then you see really he is the Supreme. His love is supreme, his quality is supreme, his madness is supreme, his craziness is supreme, his beauty is supreme, his naughtiness is supreme, he is the supreme cheater, he is the supreme in everything. He is a supreme devotee, womanizer, Supreme in all respect is the Supreme. So he is the Supreme Personality of God. You see?
Then he is complete.
He is a complete Supreme. But this complete Supreme, he forget that he is a Supreme in his love. And he wants to take the massage of Radhika's lotus feet. And he say, I am the beggar and you are giver. You give love and I am your begging. I want to learn this from you. This is the supremacy. Huh? And you see the Radhika supremacy, that after knowing he is a big devotee, he is blindly loving to this devotee. This is Krishna. This is a big womanizer, and after close eyes, Radhika is want to love only to Krishna. Any girl will accept if his husband little mistake do with other woman. No place.
Maybe once good.
And once, no one time. Any small mistake they will deny. And she see from eyes and she say, go. This devotee want to go with you, go. And she said the gopis, and she create the gopis that everybody can feel that. Their supremacy is the beautiful supremacy. In all regards. And the cleverness is coming to the manjaris. Why? Clever is not a good word. What you say? Explain the word of clever.
Yeah, it's not only intelligence, it's also they are so tricky and they are so expert.
Tricky.
Like chatur.
Chatur means tricky. That is the word, the hard word. She knows to which trick I have to use now. In this circumstances, this only Manjari can do. In this circumstances, which trick I have to use?
Magic.
That trick only Manjari knows. Other will never know. This is the trick. Because she is so become surrendered to Radhika, she become full tricky. What you cannot become tricky by knowing the philosophy, only take the shelter of Radhika, you will become tricky. What is the beauty? You see this word. Trick means any circumstances, your material problem, or here is spiritual problems are there. And she is tricky there. If your sadhana, you do sadhana of Radha Dasyam, material problem will come, your trick will start there also working. Either you will be by sitting, you will trick something, and she will trick you, and Krishna will bring biscuit to trick you, and the successful will automatically come. Only sitting and watching, they will put the trick through you. They will give you idea to do this trick now. Tricky. Only taking shelter of Radhika, Krishna will bring biscuit to please Radhika for you. Because we are the cats and dogs. So to please, she will bring the biscuit. Oh, you have this problem, I will trick that. Radhika say, okay, I will solve that. You busy with me. I will put all the tricks to solve all problems. What do you bother? So he is a supreme in all regards. If he is not supreme, then he is not supreme. Only one point is supreme, he is not supreme. Somebody say, God has no form. I say, right, no form. But why you say that God has no form? God means formless, form, and without form, anything he can do. You cannot control him. He wants to take form. He will take form. He wants to come in your form. He can come in your form. And he wants to come in his form. He can come to you in form, in this form. And any time Krishna can come in the beggar form to you, to check you. He has a many form, but you can control that. He is God, has no form. He is formless and form. And any time, any form he can take and check you. What is your position, where you stand? You are become tricky or not? You become Manjari of not, of your Radhika. So if you become Manjari, you are tricky. You know all the tricks, how to control this naughty devotee. If you are alone, Krishna never leave any gopis when they are alone. He said, give me the tax. And they have to give the tax. This is his nature. But Manjari, he bring the flower and he get, this is your gift. Go and keep it, because he knows that this flower will go to Radhika. He cannot keep it. But they are very, what you say, tricky. Very tricky. All tricks, if you like to bring in your life, become Manjari, Radha Dasi. All the gurus, Varga, they will give their all tricks. Who is in our line, all, they will give you all tricks what they use in to reach there. They are not tricky. How they become there? All they become tricky, then they are qualified, and when the final tricks, they know when they took surrender of Radhika, they become full tricky. If you have no trick, you are very full. But only taking shelter of Radhika, all tricks will come. Because the line, they are standing and they are helping to develop your tricks, to help both divine couple. They are very divine. They have many tricks, but you have a tricks, then you can control both of them and balance. It's all divine.
Radhe Radhe Go